up, so.
Well, I was hitting an enter for. Okay, it's whatever. $5 back in the Middle Ages, because I was going to respond to my chat, so I'm going to do that now. $5 back in the Middle Ages, the USA nor its currency were made yet, so it'd be worth no more than it was worth in paper. Oh yeah? Thinks we're so smart? Money's not printed on paper then. Boom, out pedantic.
Claw!
Anyway.
But, like, actually, if they could reverse engineer how, like, money specifically, like, the US dollar works, I bet they could get some pretty funky stuff.
What do you mean? Like,
I don't know.
like, they wouldn't have any ability to do that. A.
Maybe.
And B, there you go.
Depends on, like, what year it would be. I bet some, like, Renaissance era people could probably figure out some pretty cool stuff from just, like, how the US dollar is crafted, because it's got some, like, cool tech in there.
Yeah.
Even if it's, like, kind of, like, secret, nobody knows about it.
Well, I mean, sort of. The one thing that I think they would be able to find really, really fascinating would be, like, holograms. Because we have a couple, or what are those things? Holograms are the things that that actually exist. Holographs don't. I don't know. They're both the same. Anyway, so the things that are built in that are like shiny and like 3D and stuff, those they would probably be able to reverse engineer. And but the actual way that the money is like woven together would probably be way beyond the capabilities of any sort of engineer or I don't know what to call it, vellum smith. Like, what would you even call, like, a paper maker back in the Middle Ages?
I know the name for it, but not off the top of my head. It actually sounds cool. I think it's French, but I don't know what the name of it is right now.
Okay. I mean,
I wonder if my rockets hit things underwater.
I mean, everything sounds cool when you say it in French, though. Like, paper mache. Like oh,
and
man.
Surrender.
Yeah. Oh. Oh, right. I forgot this mission where they come from the ocean.
Yeah. I'm not used
to
the
good thing that you guys can kill them without my input whatsoever.
Did you see that spider?
Yeah, that spider was upside down. It was kind of adorable and sad and hilarious.
On my end, it flipped up and, like, went so far into the sky that it, like, disappeared.
Oh, I didn't see anything like that. I just...
It just went whoop, and it was gone.
I just saw a spider, like, just... I don't know. I don't know how to describe it. It was just, like, flipped up on its back, and then it was, like, doing the turtle thing, and then it just died. Wow. How do you request bombing plans? Is that just, like, what your character does?
Yeah. Yeah, I've got, so my weaponry is request vehicle, request bomber, and request, and I guess satellite laser.
That's, so what you're saying is your character is a gigantic coward who never fights for themselves. Got it.
True. I'm so fucked.
Hi, so fucked. I'm Bird. Nice to meet you.
Oh, this is bad.
Bird Dad.
Unfortunately, Bird Dad, I cannot fight my own battles.
Do you need me to come save you?
So the ants got a lot closer to the beachhead than I thought they were going to get. So when it came down to it, they showed up just as my nagling self-propelled rocket showed up, and well, bing bang boom, my nagling rocket blew up. Well, no, I didn't blow myself up. They blew it up before I could even, like, drive it a distance.
Aww.
Oh, I'm stuck in a truck. Yeah. That's the one unfortunate part. The vehicles are incredibly
hard to steer or something?
Well, that too, but the self-propelled rocket launcher specifically is pure butts in close range. Oh my god. Did Gemroth... Somebody has the anime skin. Bird, get over here.
Alright, where are you? Damn it, I ran out of jetpack fuel.
You're coming to me, you're close. I'll come to you. I'll try and come to you. Check this thing out.
Oh my god, what the hell is this?
It's the anime girl tank. I don't know... It's what is it? The Dream Club Zero skin.
Are you kidding me? Wow. That is garbage.
Yep. Oh, okay, it's this one. It's the next one that's awful.
Which one is this? The Return. Destroy the giant creatures. Oh, right. Yeah, I read a very interesting article where somebody asked, I don't remember a lot of the details, but somebody asked what would it be like if a bunch of 1920s engineers got a hold of a modern Boeing 747 to see like what that would do to the aviation industry. And the response was universally like it would be so advanced to them that they wouldn't be able to do anything with it.
Yeah,
it would just be
in that
like,
case, it probably would. They might be able to figure out like some interesting things,
maybe,
but probably not enough.
Yeah, they said that the internal components would be so far advanced, just in terms of like everything. Like they said, like they wouldn't even be able to learn new physics principles because they would just be so caught up on like the fact that they have no idea how the thing works in the first place that they wouldn't even be able to learn like new mathematical things about the way aeronautics works. But yeah, I don't, not aeronautics, avionics. Yeah, I don't remember too much about what that article was like, but it's always a little disappointing when you're confronted with that sort of reality.
No. Oh, that's not mine. Okay, that's good.
Of like, there's always that question of like, what would it be like if I got sent back to the Middle Ages?
Jamroth, wait, no, Pyro, somebody, Pyro, can you turn around and break this bridge for me?
Are you stuck under a bridge?
No, my rocket tank is on top of the bridge.
Oh. But yeah, there's always like...
Either that or Gemroth just drove off with mine after dropping his on top.
Oh, so you summon the tanks and then you just get in them? They just drop down?
Yeah, a helicopter drops them off.
Oh, that would explain the helicopters that I see you do. Yeah. Or that I see appearing at the start of the levels sometimes.
Yeah, they have our thing in a box.
Neato. Oh. Very Warhammer.
Yeah, it's cool. I like it. Oh, dude, Warhammer EDF would be amazing.
Oh, it would be stupid. It would be
the best.
Fun.
Yeah.
Man, that sounds like a good idea.
I actually really like the EDF formula of just kind of... Whoa! My helicopter dropped my rocket tank on Gemroth's mech. Or Pyro's mech. Which was weird. But, like, I really like the formula of, kind of RPG mechanics, but mostly just, like, you versus a shit ton of enemies.
Yeah.
And I would love to play this in different settings. Like,
it'd be funny... It'd be fun to fight the orcs in particular,
yeah.
or the Necrons. Oh, the Necrons would be a lot of fun to fight.
Actually, hell, this would be fun in like the StarCraft universe. Now that I'm thinking about it.
Well, that's basically the Warhammer universe.
Also true. The only thing is, I like how digestible StarCraft is over Warhammer, because Warhammer is dense.
Yeah, Warhammer is very dense and very lore heavy for ultimately not that interesting for how dense it is, if that makes sense, because like there's a lot of like factual information that goes into the lore. What am I trying to say? There's a lot of trivia is what I meant to say. There's a lot of trivia to the lore of Warhammer, but ultimately it's just kind of the same variations on like, this sucks. This is like a statement on like religious themes, and then you just multiply that across like nearly every story, and then that's pretty much the lore of Warhammer, in my opinion. Not to say that that's not kind of fun and interesting, but the lore of Warcraft and Starcraft is a lot slimmer by comparison.
Yes. Admittedly, Warcraft is starting to get a bit out of hand, because...
Well, WoW, WoW threw so much lore at everything, it's kind of getting ridiculous there.
PvP EDF, somebody controls the bugs. It'd be cool if they did
I'd
it
like
well.
it. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, honestly, so many people have tried it, but I actually really would love the whole, like, RTS, like, you know,
FPS
competitive
combo.
strategy game. Yeah, with
It's
a
never
bunch of
worked.
players.
It's been tried so many times,
I know,
and it always
it sucks
fails.
so hard. It's like, oh god, I got a key for a, I got a key for a game recently. That's like RTS, RPG, FPS, sandbox, like, city builder combo. And I looked at it.
I'm in trouble. Oh, I'm in trouble. I'm down. But yeah, you looked at it, and let me guess, all the parts sucked.
It looked worse than Morrowind from just sheerly a visual and UI standpoint, and I was just like, ooh.
Oh, I know what you're talking about. Oh, that game. Yep. Yeah, the graphics in it are pretty shitty. And it's not in like a Factorio way, because, like,
well, Factorio is more of... It's almost like a stylistic thing at this point.
Almost, but you could also look past Factorio because it was 2D.
Yeah.
Like, you can get away with a lot shittier graphics in 2D, because, I don't know, that's just, like, what we accept.
Whoop.
But, like, shitty 3D is
Whoop.
just automatically so much worse.
I will die now. Oh, no, didn't die. Oh, I'm a lucky buck. Oh, and now I'm dead. Whoops. Oh, that's interesting. So I've...
oh, here come the flies.
There's a game that I'm covering called Immortal Planet, which is actually really good. You might like it.
It looks pretty cool. I definitely want to try it.
Okay, you saw it, yeah. But the writer's hanging out in my my chat on YouTube. But he's just throwing up game ideas that he'd love to see. Like a co-op horror game where one person controls the scares. That'd actually be kind of cool if you were like the man with the levers in the haunted mansion. Not like the monster, but like you could like trigger where the monster kind of goes and like what rooms are ooky spooky and stuff like that. Like that actually would be kind of would be kind of boss.
It's like that one game you played that you hated.
Which one?
The one that you played with Stainless.
Oh. What? Resident Evil 7?
No. The other
Outlast.
one where you were, where somebody was actually like the slasher.
Oh,
yeah.
Well, but that was that's Dead by Daylight, which is like one person is the slasher guy. That's kind of impossible to balance because they almost always win just because they can't give the escapees too much power.
Right. No, so wasn't there a scene in the Silent Hill movie? Correct me if I'm wrong, but there was a scene where, like, the husband and the wife were both at the school in the parallel worlds, and where the husband was, like, walking around, that's where Pyramid Head was. Was that a scene in the movie, or am I, like, misremembering it?
You know what? You might be right. I think I kind of remember that.
I always thought that was, like, the coolest concept. And imagine if that was a video game. It's a cooperative video game where like one player is inadvertently like controlling the monster, but it's also cooperative, so they have to like work together. But you also have to like coordinate and move around the monster, which is like controlled by your own position. Or it could be like a weird like Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde thing, you know? Something like that could be really, really badass. But I'd have to think about it more in depth to like solidify like an actual, you know, game out of the idea. Lady Bird says that they were in the same place in the school but in parallel worlds, but Pyramid Head was not actually where the husband was.
They did have a section where they were in the house in the very end.
Okay. I didn't like that movie. I liked that movie, but I also didn't like it. Like, I don't know.
It was the best video game movie adaptation I think I've ever seen.
Yes.
Which sadly
still
is not
is,
saying much.
in my opinion. I watched the Castlevania cartoon all the way through. I don't know if we'll podcast it or not, but it's on my mind because, you know, we just talked about video game adaptations. I thought that was incredibly pretty. Good lord, is it beautiful. The animation quality is awesome. The painted backgrounds are good. The 3D to 2D computer-aided stuff was fairly well blended together. It wasn't, the greatest, but it was
the
good.
anime industry is definitely getting better at it, especially anything made by the Netflix people.
Yeah.
Because
they have the money to like really pay the really talented people to do it, I think.
Well, also Netflix has realized that it's an incredibly popular niche.
Yes.
That they can exploit like crazy, because there's a lot of products that like Japan might not fund, but an American company very well could.
Yeah, but my God, the writing in the Castlevania cartoon, dude, it didn't feel. If you had told me that was about Castlevania, I would be like, no, it's not.
Yeah,
it is. It felt as far away as possible from Castlevania as one could get.
It was campy and kind of self-righteous.
Yeah.
But I liked it.
Yeah, I mean, I enjoyed it, but I will not like lose sleep over it if it doesn't get a season 2. But like, Castlevania to me is a nonsense world full of bullshit where it's like a Belmont whipping like mummies and then like mermaids and then Draculas, and like nothing makes sense. You fucking find wall chicken. Like, why did they try so
make a wall chicken joke?
Why did they try so hard to make it make sense? That's not what they should have done. They should have made it stupid and bullshit. That's what everyone wanted to see.
True.
I don't know. It did not ever feel like Castlevania at any time when I was watching it.
I'm actually really disappointed they didn't make a wall chicken.
I know. The worst episode was episode 3 because nothing happened the entire episode, and I was just like, I wanted. It opens with him whipping people, and that's cool, and it closes with him whipping people, and that's cool. But then the middle part is just him like yelling at priests for the entire cartoon.
To be fair, the idea of just yelling at like kind of Renaissance era priests is kind of amusing to me.
It is amusing. It's not Castlevania. There was no goddamn Castlevania game where like there's an act where Trevor Belmont just goes up and he's just like, "You there, priest? You need to leave this place."
Apparently, like a lot of the lore actually like was established in the old games. Just nobody knows about it because, like, who looks?
How?
Also,
okay.
Probably elsewhere.
The lore was established in the old games with no.
I was reading the.
Was it in the fucking manuals?
I was reading the wikis and I was just like, wait a second, this is in there? The lore is this deep?
How was it? Was it just written in the manuals, and in the game they were like, we don't need to bog our players down with all this bullshit. Like that, I buy. But, like, how does the lore make any sense where it's like Dracula is the end boss and the Grim Reaper is not? Like, that doesn't make any goddamn sense. The Grim Reaper is more powerful than Dracula, but
I don't think the Grim Reaper gave a shit. The Grim Reaper is just like, oh, hey, Drac, you want me to guard this, like, random area? Gotcha, sure. You owe me $30. Don't got shit to do otherwise.
According to a member of my chat, U.S. currency did not exist during the Middle Ages, so on you.
I mean, they're right.
I know. I'm just giving them a hard time now. But man, pretty show. Very, very beautiful. It's very interesting to me, because wasn't the first anime that Netflix attempted to do that was 7 Deadly Sins, right? And that sucked.
Maybe? I was thinking it was Knights of Sidonia was probably one of the first, and that was decent. I didn't like it because it was depressing as shit, but...
Oh, interesting. I never heard of it. Sounds like a Muse song.
Apparently in the Castlevania Sorrow games, it reveals that Dracula is basically the super devil.
Oh.
And that death is a minion because death sucks. I get it.